I'm swinging low, but my wallet's where the pain will show. If I rule the...
What can you get for $10? Well, a green fee to this golf course here in New Jersey. We're outside of Vineland. We're gonna take a look at a $10 bill golf course at the interesting Wheat Road Golf Course. So the rumor is, at least from what someone told me on the range, is just go play the course and they'll find you and then you'll pay $10. All right, we're here. No one here to check in. Got 10 bucks with us. Let's take a look. The course really is in someone's backyard. It was constructed in the late 80s, early 90s. At least that's what the grounds crew person said. You know how old the golf course is? Pretty cool.
I think it started in the 90s or in the late 80s maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see it online, so I was just kind of curious.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, it's
nice
and peaceful.
Yeah, you got shade. The course used to be an old farm. That's where it got its name, Wheat Road. At least the area used to be an old farm. There's Wheat Road that comes through. A massive driving range with grass and turf options to hit off of, which is nice, and it's pretty affordable. Not as affordable as the golf course. It's not really a big place to check in, but rest assured, there's a full 1,000-yard golf course here that's hidden for $10, the cheapest course in New Jersey that I could find. And the course really feels like you're in someone's backyard. Even checking in is very hesitant, and if you can even play this golf course. There's clearly one here. It's kind of hidden between a lot of shade, so you're gonna walk the course. It's actually pretty good exercise. The infrastructure of the course, there's this concrete line that might have even been used during the parkway system when it was constructed. I'm going to take a look at it here. Since the course is open year round, you do have some mats to hit off of, but of course we like to hit off the grass just like you do. And we recommend going a little bit further back so you get a little bit more money out of the course. It's only about 1,000 yards. The reason for that infrastructure makes sense. There's a car dump right next door. And overall, the course doesn't even feel too much like a dump when you compare it to a $10 bill. The putting green surfaces were hands down the worst part of the golf course, but everything else felt fun and exciting. It's a lot of shade. It's a good summertime golf course, not too many bugs floating out there. It's a solid 4.4 on Google with 67 golf reviews to choose from. And this one almost snuck by us. We weren't 100% sure if this was a golf course associated in this little chip and putt area. Some of the holes get a little bit further than others. 97, I think, was the furthest one, so that's a full par 3. And overall, I think each one of them takes a half of a full swing, but you can see right there, the putting green surfaces, you almost had to give.
Course, let me tell you, friend, we'd all be playing till the daylight ends. Golf ain't free, but if it's up to me, tee times for all, like they're meant to be. No greens fees, no.
That needs to be discussed. You really can't find it on Golf Now, so let's walk on in and talk to them about getting out there. And that was pretty simple. There was no one there, and you could tell right away with the amount of grounds crew people at this golf course that it's unbelievably in great shape. There's only a total of 9 holes at this course, though. Kind of tricky. I thought there'd be 18. I thought it was a smaller course, but these holes are pretty long and they're fun. This is number 1 right here, and you can see on that left hand side you got these trees. They did a great job at having different types of trees throughout the course. A totally different feel. You don't feel like you're in South Jersey. Now, it's recommended to have tee times. We showed up a little bit early on this course, but you could see that everything's in pretty good shape here, even the greens. The tee boxes were in incredible shape. Did not get beat up, but we played from the back tees on this course, which we were told by a local walking by that no one plays from those back tees. A lot of character in this course, as you can see with some of these footbridges that we walk through. Total, it's a par 36 that you can lose a lot of holes on. There's these, I don't even know what you want to call them, valleys or just water drainages. They're needed because the course is in such great shape. Obviously, they get a lot of water on this course. You can see by these luscious fairways. In the end of the summer, maybe we may bring up, and just the tee box is just in good shape, and get yourself out of trouble on some of them too if you miss those fairways. This is a long par 5 here with the hole right on the right hand side with some water coming up there on the right as well. For being a 9-hole course, it plays about 3,600 yards. This is a long par 3 here from the back tees. From the back tees, I think it plays a little bit far. You get yourself out of trouble even if you hit a bad shot, even on that par 5 there. This is a long par 5. But you can see there's bunkers right in the middle of the fairway. Everything is taken care of in great shape. As you can see with these bunkers, I mean, that patch of grass has to get cut at some point. And there's a ton of maintenance people throughout this course. Almost so many that it makes you wonder what's going on over there. Close to Vineland, a lot of stuff happening in the farms in that area. They must be translating it into a golf course here, because this is a great golf course. This is one of the best gems for a 9-hole golf course in South Jersey. You're going to spend a little bit of money here. It's about $35.
Car charges, just pure joy on the fairway arches. Golf ain't free, but man, I wish every round came with a side of bliss.
So let's take a look and zoom in, and we got some good footage of this course, but just to give you an idea of where this fun golf course is here. And Latona Golf Course is about $35 to play it. It looks like you can go up a little bit high, and this was in 2022, so it could get a little bit higher if you're watching this a couple years later. Now they got some rules here. The one thing we want to jump out at is no alcohol on this golf course. Not sure if that's enforced, but just a pretty interesting #1 rule at Latona Golf Course. So what we did was we grabbed some scorecards and we went through this fun 9-hole golf course. And with just 9 holes, we're going to put both 9 together and we're going to give you the stats. So altogether, it's 6,210 yards from those back tees. It's a par 70. So when you break that in to half, it's about a par 35 and about 3,070 yards from those back tees. Now you're not going to find a lot of water on this golf course. If anything, you got a good chance of hitting a telephone pole or even a car on some of these holes like this one right here. But it's pretty open. I would say that the fairways were in pretty good condition for a 9-hole golf course. If you're playing from those back tees, I would say 6,000 yards is pretty short. Here's a par 3 right here. This was a decent par 3. Again, the fairways, not much to be desired, but as you get closer to the greens, I would say that the greens were in great shape for them. The course was designed in 1964 by Garnet Wren, and it is a family-operated golf course. Now, if you're playing all 18 holes, the slope is 122, and the rating would be 70.6. I would say that this was a very enjoyable golf course if you're looking to play a quick 9-hole golf courses out in Vineland, New Jersey, which has a lot of fun things to do in the area outside of golf. And that's going to do it for this video. Keep a lookout for more videos to come. We're in all the golf courses all over the world, and we're not going to stop. This is World Twilight Golfer.
Waters glisten, bunkers shine. That par 5 dream is looking fine, but every